It is actually very, very, very funny, honey. I should have definitely got more glue. Oh, you know. Let's see how long this is gonna take me to do. Let's see. Actually, I think I have more glue. Hi. Hey, girl. I'm over here using the last of this glue. So I saw this really dope look. And it looked super easy to do, but now I'm kind of debating if it's actually going to be easy or it's going to be very time consuming. But I got time. Why not? Baby boy's asleep. And I already did like the outline of everything, so it should be pretty darn easy. Nomás que no tengo glue. Hi, Francine. Hey, girl. How was your day? Today was a little cold, man. Even this morning when we went walking to take Jaden to school, me and Ziki were a little cold. My son is sending me stuff. Hi, you guys. Hi, Lupe. Yeah, it was freaking cold this morning. So I'm going to only be here for a little bit. Just because I don't want to... It takes longer when I stay on here. And all I have to do is basically glue all these eyeballs on my face. And I got a grip. Hopefully I have enough, man. I'll be so hurt if I don't have enough. But I bought 3 bags. And I'm currently working on one of them. Hey, girly. And y a ver qué rollo. A ver qué rollo. A ver qué rollo. I think I'll be good, to be honest. Except, I think I should have got more. I believe I have a bottle of glue. But this look looks so freaking dope, so I wanted to do it so bad. And I happened to go to General Dollar, well, Family Dollar or General Dollar by the house. And I was looking in the arts and crafts stuff because I was trying to buy some stuff for my decorations for outside of my house, because I'm actually going to start prepping that now in September. I'm going to start working on all my stuff for Halloween. So I was looking for some glue, and they didn't have any, but they had the eyeballs, and I was like, oh, bro, this is going to be perfect for the Halloween look that I want to do. One of them. Why not? And I don't sacrifice, like, I do not commit to 31 days of freaking Halloween looks, because there's just no way in hell I can do that with the baby. I'm not even gonna promise, because it's just not gonna happen. But this one looks really easy. All it is gluing all these individual little eyeballs everywhere, which I think I'm gonna, maybe Let me see if I could fit one in there. And then everything that you see that I drew, like the outlines, I gotta paint all that black. Ah, Lynette, yeah. I was like, why not? And honestly, the main reason I wanted to do it too was because I seen that they had all these eyeballs and they were only $1.50 for each pack. So I was like, heck yes. But still, I still have to do like all the lines that go down, but I'm not really worried about that right now. And it really doesn't take a lot to do. That's the only reason why I wanted to do it, because it looked like so easy to do, honestly. So I was like, eh. But I just watched the most saddest documentary, and it was like a point of view of a police officer, what happened to him. Oh my God, I started crying. That shit was so freaking sad. Like, you know, I know that realistically there is sadly some cops that are assholes, but then there's some really amazing cops that do their job and take their job seriously, you know. It's just like any other place, doctors, nurses, lawyers, judges. Some care, some don't care. And this one that I was watching was so messed up, man. Hi, Isabel. It basically starts off with them going and these cops show up, right? They like all these cops get called in because there's an officer down, and they pull in, and when they drive in, they see that there's like a normal person holding onto the cop's neck, and they tell him like, what's going on? And he says the officer's bleeding a lot, and they're like, well, what happened? And he's like, I think he was stabbed multiple times. But nobody really knows what's going on. Like, they're trying to figure out, like, is there more suspects? And then the girlfriend of the guy that was helping the cop, she tells the cop, like, this is my boyfriend's GUN. And then she's like, and he used it. It was fired. And they're like, well, what the heck is really going on? Like, what the heck? So they tell the girlfriend she needs to, like, move to the side or whatever. And they start looking into everybody, and they start getting all these calls, and they're telling them that there's more people involved and there's people hiding in the back and all this shit. But then it gets more crazy because the girl that basically her boyfriend tried saving the cop. It does, Nicole, way harder. That's why I said, like, since he's already asleep and hubby's not gonna work tomorrow because I have a doctor's appointment, I gotta go too, and there's no way of me, like, I wouldn't have made it a time if my older son comes home from school, because my son doesn't go all day. He's a senior, so he doesn't go to school all day. He only has 3 classes, and then he comes home. And I wouldn't have made it because I got to go all the way to Santa Fe. So he said, I'll just stay home so you could go to your appointment. So they're asleep. They went to bed early. So I've been sitting here for a while working on this. The only problem is that this doesn't have a bunch of little eyeballs. It has 3 sizes, but there's like a grip of the big ones. So I'm kind of like, what am I going to do if I run out? I'll have to put big eyeballs anymore. Okay. I know, Halloween's, I love doing Halloween stuff, and especially decorating my house. I love that over doing makeup looks any day. I love it so much. Like, it's fun, and I like to decorate. This year I have not 1 but 2 big ass skeletons. Hola bonita, hola amiga. pasa? So I'm excited. And then I figured out a way to make them look even creepier because I have a bunch of like smaller skeletons. So that's what I'm gonna start doing, is kind of like making them look more creepy. Let's start doing my freaking... okay, let me finish telling you guys. So the cop, it starts getting weird because the girlfriend, she's like, yeah, my boyfriend was the one that shot at this other guy because he witnessed him stabbing the police officer. And then the girl says, and that's my cousin. What the hell? She tells the cops that the guy that stabbed the cop happened to be her cousin. And they're like, what? She's like, yeah, that's my cousin. Man, I wish I knew how to get the phone to stay on, like, without it turning off. So anyways, they take the cop to the hospital because he's like really struggling. Anyways, he doesn't make it. It's so fucking sad, bro. He doesn't make it, and his partner is like freaking out. He's crying. Somebody has to go and tell the wife, you know, that he didn't make it. And they think that, I mean, they didn't even say this at the end, but they were saying that they thought that the guy that was trying to help the officer, because he shot his gun three or four times, and they think that he might have accidentally shot the police officer in accident, because they were saying, the doctor was like, are you guys sure that it's only a stab wound, because he has a big hole on the back of his head? And they're like, well, we don't know the full story. That's what we were told. So then they go back and they look at the camera of the building of like what happened, to see what happened. And sure enough, bro, the cop gets, so I guess he called over there because this homeless guy was in this property that didn't belong to him. He was trespassing, so the cop was gonna basically tell him to just leave, or he was gonna get arrested. But whenever he pulls in there, the guy jumps up all crazy, and then he tells, the cop tells him, he's like, what's going on, boss? Why are you here? And then he's like, this is my spot. This is my home. And then the officer's like, so you're the one that called in that somebody's trespassing? And he's like, no, I didn't call. And at this time, the officer's literally walking towards the guy. And like, as soon as he says, no, I didn't call, he pulls out a big old freaking knife. And it wasn't like a little regular knife. It was like a big old hunting knife. And he starts running after the police officer. So the cop freaks out. He turns around and starts running, and then he trips and falls. And that's what screwed him over, is that he tripped and fell. And the minute that he fell, the guy gets on top of him. Well, like, you could see that you could just see the shadow, right? He gets on top of the officer, and then he's like, he literally 9 times. He hit him 9 times, dude. 9 times. And then that's when you hear, he backs up and he tells the other guy, you want some too? And at that point, it's that dude's cousin's boyfriend telling him to back off from the police officer. And he doesn't listen. So the guy starts walking towards the cousin's boyfriend. So the cousin has no choice but to basically take him out too. Thank you, Michelle. Thank you for the stars. They take him out. And he does end up shooting 3 to 4 times, and the guy ends up dying. And oh, it was so sad, because after, I've never seen this show. Like, I watch a bunch of different documentaries, and sometimes I watch new documentaries, like on new shows that I've never seen. And on this one, they actually played like everything that happened, and then afterwards they go and they they show you the officer's point of view and they show his body cam, and it's so fucking sad, bro. Like, he literally is going to that building that they called him to go to, and he's sitting in his vehicle driving over there, and like he's about to turn into the building, and he's just like humming to himself, like just a normal day. Hi, Val. I forgot to tell you last Monday. I rang my bell. I'm done with chemo. Oh, I'm so happy for you. That's amazing, Jackie. Oh, that's so no, that's amazing. I'm so happy for you. That's scary, man. Anything to do with cancer is scary. Like, anytime that Michael gets sick for any little reason, I always get like super, super nervous. Yes, it happened in Las Cruces. And the officer that got taken down is Officer Hernandez, and I think it was 989 or something like that. So they show his point of view, and he's just like literally minding his business, humming in his vehicle, going to where they told him to go, and like he's not even being rude to the guy. And then the guy runs after him, and you could hear him scream. Like the officer freaks out, and then he falls, and the guy goes on top of him, and starts doing it 9 times. And then right after that, the guy couldn't breathe no more. And I guess they also show from his body cam that the other guy that shot at the bad guy, he goes up, runs to him and starts helping him, right? Like he's holding his neck and stuff where he was bleeding all kinds. And the officer tells him to roll him to his side because he couldn't move anymore. I guess he was bleeding a lot through his mouth, and he couldn't do it. And then this other guy pulls up, and he's like, does he have his radio? And the guy's like, yeah. And then they get on the little radio thing, and they're like, officer down. Oh, bro, it was so sad. And then after that, all the officers, they're all freaking out. Some of them, one of them, I guess, that used to be his partner, and the year before, this happened last year in July 2024, and this officer, I guess that used to be his partner, and he goes and he calls his wife, and he tells his wife, like, he just starts crying, and I'm like, oh my God, it breaks my heart. I think the most saddest thing in the whole entire world is to hear a grown man cry. That shit is fucking heartbreaking. Because, men are very, like, known to hold their emotions. So to see or hear a grown man cry is a lot. It's a lot. It's freaking sad. So he tells his wife, like, his voice is, like, all cracky and crying. And she's like, what's wrong, baby? What's wrong? Like, what's going on? And then he's like, they killed my partner. And she's like, oh my God, what happened? And he's like, they killed him. And he's like, he was my partner last year. And then I guess, obviously, she's been doing this for a while with her husband. And she tells him, please be safe and call me when you can. And she just hangs up. And then the cop is like literally crying. He's crying and crying. And then his actual current partner is at the hospital with him. And he's sitting there listening to them saying that they can't do nothing. He's gone. So then they're like, somebody needs to go and tell his wife and his kids. Oh, dude, that shit was so sad. And then they even show the funeral. It was such a good documentary. Like, they showed everything. This is going to be so much fun to take it off my face. Super duper duper fun. The joys of putting glue on your face. And I don't have any other kind of glue, so that's why I'm using this glue. The good thing is that I don't have a big old fucking billboard forehead. I have a tiny, I don't even have a forehead. So I'm not gonna need a lot. Look at how tiny my forehead. And you know what's worse? That I have a small forehead and then my hairline is in the way. Makes it worse. That's why anytime that I try to do like gangster clown looks for Halloween, bro, I have such a hard time because my hairline's in the way. So you know how you're supposed to do like the little arrow thing right here? Well, mine are always all crooked to the side because if I put it in the middle, look at my hairline, literally right in the middle. You can watch it on YouTube. It's freaking raining too. I'm like honestly very happy that hubby took off work tomorrow. Well, that he didn't. He's his own boss, so he can leave whenever he wants. But the good thing is, like, even if though he don't work, technically he is working because he has people drive the truck. So he always has 2 trucks running no matter what. My hairline's like that, really? Don't you hate it? You know what's so funny? That there's a lot of people that like purposely cut their hair to create baby hairs. And my whole life, I hated my baby hair so much. Like, I hated my hairline so much. And then all of a sudden, everybody was all obsessed with baby hairs and doing their hairline, like cutting it to make it look like it. And I'm like, bro, my whole life, I hated it, hated it, hated it. My face is already starting to feel so uncomfortable with the glue. Thank you, Jesus, for not giving me a big old fucking billboard forehead, because I would be here for hours doing this. You're honestly, I have to look. I don't know. Like, I don't watch that channel, so I don't really know. But it's Las Cruces police officer Hernandez incident, I guess. You could look that up and see if it pops up. I can look for you. Give me a sec. I've never seen the channel. I don't even think it's an actual like documentary channel. I think it might be Las Cruces their actual channel for them, where they show like all their body cam incidents and stuff. I think. I'm not 100% sure. Like I said, I've never seen any of that. Oh my God, my hairs, my baby hairs. I felt so bad when the wife comes out and they do a few, like they're at the funeral and she's like, my husband was so amazing and he just had babies too. He's an amazing father. And I guess the officers were saying that's their first loss in Las Cruces. forgot I had to do this too. Hold on, you guys. I forgot I had to do this. I definitely don't want to I definitely don't want to put any on my eyebrows. I know. Yeah, it should pop up. I mean, if that one doesn't come up, there might be different ones. Because it's not like an actual... It's not just the body cam, it's like an actual story. So if you put that, you're just gonna get the body cam one. So I probably wouldn't put that. I'm gonna use the rest of this nasty glue that I have because I'm down to the end of it. Does it look pretty full or does it look like very spaced out? Hopefully it doesn't look too spaced out. The good thing is that I don't really break out because imagine if you have very sensitive skin, I definitely don't suggest you doing this. So I'm wondering if I'm debating if I should put big ones too, or is that too big? Probably not. I hate the fact that it hides the comments and it shows you every single person that's watching, because I really don't want to see who's watching. I could really don't like, what's the point of seeing who's watching when you rather see the comments instead of that. I don't know why it does it. I got Zeke some costumes already for Halloween. And Jaden got his too, but we're gonna take it back and get something else because his costume, I don't think it's really gonna work. But I got Zeke 2 costumes, and I don't know which one I actually like. We're gonna do a little try on haul on him and see which ones I like. When we first moved, I'm using lash glue. I don't have any other glue. I have this glue, and I have latex too, but I don't know where my oh, I do actually, it's right here. But I'm just using I'm just using the rest of because this one's almost empty, so. So I'm just using the rest of that. Hi, Candy. Hi, girl. And then to fill in all the dark stuff, which I want to do at least with you guys, at least one of them, or my nose or something, I'm going to be using the one and the only my homegirl liners. And I'm going to use the black. And then to draw my face, like everything that I drew on my face, like the outline of everything, I used my my detail brushes. So you guys are probably like, girl, we don't give a shit. You don't even fucking make them available to purchase. You just tease us. I don't know if that will stick to the face though. That's the only thing. This one works pretty good. And I don't mind using it because I have a brand new bottle of lash glue. So I'm just basically using the end of what I have. But for Halloween, you guys, you're gonna need your liners and stuff, like the water activating liners. And what better brand than the Homegirl liners that has basically all that. Mine's beat up, by the way. And then of course the little small detail brushes. I need to find my bag that has these, because I have a small, it comes with 4. You get 2 blue ones, which is this size. And I don't know if it's 5mm or 7mm. I don't remember. I don't know. And then the pink ones are another size too. Hi. And it was either do a fun Halloween look or go work on your skeletons. And honestly, I was like, this one seems pretty easy. How long can it take to glue a bunch of eyeballs on my face? How long can it take? A long time. You guys, so there's this lady. There's this lady that when I take Jaden to school in the morning, like, cause I walk in the morning to take Jaden to school, right? And every time we leave, I always try to beat this one lady, right? Because she has like this big old fucking stroller, bro. Like, and it's not even like a stroller for, you would think like me saying a big ass stroller is like the stroller that's for like 2 kids or more. Well, it's not. This one is like one of those strollers that looks like a fucking bike. Like it has bike wheels. Yeah. So I always try to like get there before her and leave before her, because whenever we're walking back down, she don't walk really fast. And I'm trying to get home fast, girl. Like, it's a little workout for me. So I try to walk back fast, but I always get stuck behind her because she takes her sweet ass time and there's no way of going around her. because they're building new houses right there and the sidewalk isn't like 100% done. So I always try to beat her. So this morning we left at the normal time, and this time I told Jaden I'm gonna leave a little bit early so I could try, to beat the lady. So I'm like, I'm gonna leave a little bit early. As soon as I see that they're dropping off all the kids, when they open the gates to drop off the kids, that's when I'm gonna take off, because then they open the doors right after. So I leave, right? So I'm leaving and I'm walking down the fucking sidewalk and I see the lady coming my way, which I'm like, fuck yeah, I'm gonna pass her because she still has to walk all the way up to drop off her kid. But you know what she did, bro? I was so pissed off. I'm like, she does that shit on purpose. Now I know she does. So she's walking towards me and she still has to go way behind to drop off her kid. But no, she sees me coming and then she tells her kid to come back. She gives her kid a kiss and tells the kid to go. And the kid's like telling her, like, no, like, come with me to the front. She's like, no, you go. And then she turned around right there and went. And I'm like, really? Really, lady? Really? So I got stuck behind her. And I was this close to passing her. And normally she walks all the way, to take her kid. So I'm like, damn well this lady did it on purpose. Like, and I don't care. It's not like a race between me and her. But you walk freaking slow, lady, and you're in my fucking way. And it's not like I could even go around her because she has this big old fucking stroller. The only way I could pass her is when I don't take the stroller and I take Zeke and his little walking thingy. When I take Zeke and his little, like I carry him, then I can go past her. Not a problem. That's so messed up. Right? I was so pissed off because I'm like, lady, there is no way in hell. Because even her kid was like, no, go with me. So at our school, they drop off for kindergarten. You got to drop them off on the other side on their own playground. You have to drop off the kids there, and they don't even let you in the school. Like, you just drop them off at the gate. And it's basically to make the kids more independent for when they go to first grade. They don't allow the parents inside the school, only for like Halloween and Thanksgiving and stuff like that, or meet the teacher situation. That's the only way they allow you to go in the school. But any other day, the first official day of school, you're not allowed to go to the inside. The kids have to go by themselves. So, kindergarten goes on this side, and then you keep going. You go to the front of the school, and right in front of the school, like the main office, it's only first and second. And her child is first or second because she always drops them off at the door. And then on the side where the gym is, it's going to be third, fourth, and fifth. That's where they go, the bigger kids. So I know for a fact, like, that she did it on purpose because her little one is in first grade. Just like Jaden. But she's seen me coming, bro, and she literally turned around. I was so mad. I'm like, I hope you get a flat tire, ass. I hope you get a flat tire. That's mean. I take it back. I'm sorry, lady, if you're watching me. You want to hear another thing that's so fucking hilarious? So today, for the first time ever, like, normally I enjoy going to the store and purchasing whatever I need, grocery-wise, whatever the fuck, because it's like the only time that I really get to escape my house. Even if it's grocery shopping, I don't give a shit. I will go down the shampoo and makeup aisle and stay there for a freaking hour, as long as I'm out of the house and I'm not, yes, I'm doing mom stuff, but still. So today was the first time because I didn't have my car. So my son takes my car to work. And then normally when he comes home, I go to the grocery store and then I take him to work by a certain time, and then I pick up Jaden from school, or the kids go and pick up Jaden from school, my older kids. They walk for him. Because I don't let Jaden walk home by himself yet. I think he's too little. So today I ordered my groceries from, like, stuff that I needed for today and tomorrow. I ordered it from Albertsons, and I did the DoorDash stuff, the Instacart thing. And actually, it wasn't really expensive. They charged me $9, and then I gave them a $10 tip. So I get a notification. Titi was already home. Like, literally, they had just gotten home because my son goes in. My son gets out of school early. He leaves early because he's a senior. And then right after that, Serenity gets out of school by 2 o'clock. So my son goes and picks her up so she don't ride the bus, right? So I decided to go ahead and try ordering my stuff, you know? She saw you coming. Yes, I'm being serious because she always goes to the door, like all the way to the front office, and then she turns around and leaves. Yeah, she freaking, and I never, every time she does that, like, I can't beat her for the simple fact that I go and I sit on the side because I always go early. So I sit on the side in the shade with the baby, and Junior will be, you know, Jaden plays around with the kids. But whenever they open the doors to let the first and second graders in, I can't just get up and go and haul ass because all these kids are running into the front door and I gotta go around them. You know, it's a big old mission, so she always beats me. Anyway, so I order for the first time from the Albertsons, the online thingy or whatever, which I guess, I don't know if it's Instacart or DoorDash or what, but they deliver it to the house, right? And at first I never did that because I didn't even think they delivered to my location because I live so far from Albertsons. Honestly, I didn't think they did deliveries, so I've never done it before. I lived here for 5 years already, you guys, and I've never done it. And I thought it was going to be super expensive for them to deliver it too, but it wasn't. Anyway, so then I ordered it, and Titi comes home, and I'm asking her how her day was, and I said, oh, let's go downstairs. I said, because they're going to come in. I got an email and a text message that my food was being delivered. So I was like, I ordered a lot of stuff, so let me go down there so when they come, I can help them. You know, I don't have to, but I just, normally they have to unload it and bring it to the front door, and they just leave it there, or they ring the doorbell, whatever. But I was going to be nice and go and help them unload because I got 2 cases of water, and it's like those 48 packs. Like, I ordered a decent amount of stuff. So I told Titi, it said, I read her the email, and I said, it says so-and-so is on her way to bring my food, which is so funny because obviously you don't know if it's going to be a man or a woman that brings your food. So I automatically kept saying it was a girl, and it was a girl, but I didn't know who it was at the time, and they didn't tell me who it was. And then when I told Titi, come on, let's go downstairs because it says the name of the person is coming to bring the food. And then she's like, wait, what, Mom? And I'm like, what? She's like, what was the name? And then I told her, she's like, are you serious? And I'm like, yeah, that's what it says. Why? And then she's like, that's so-and-so's mom. And I'm like, are you sure? And she's like, yeah. So you guys remember how Titi got thrown out of school last year because she put the smack down on someone that was bullying her? It was her mom. And then I'm like, no, there's no way. Like, what are the chances, right? There's no way. So Titi stayed inside of the house with watching the baby, and as soon as they pulled up to the driveway, like, you know, on my cameras, I got the notification. So I opened the door, like, whether it was her or not, I don't give a shit. I'm still gonna go out there and get my groceries. Like, I'm not gonna hide inside my house or anything like that. I'm gonna fucking go. Because there was a lot of things said that supposedly was gonna be done to me and all this shit, right? Whatever. So I go outside, and then she's like, hi, and I said hi, and I told her, I said, is it okay if I open your other side of your door so I could get my waters, you know, to like, because so the first time I ever met this lady, I was super sick pregnant. This is when I hadn't gone live for like 3 months. This is when I first met her, was in October. So I was super sick pregnant. And when I met her, honestly, I was out of it, dude. I was so fucking sick. I really didn't pay attention. So when I started unloading the stuff, I didn't come inside of the house. I just piled everything by the door, right? And I kept helping her, and I was just telling her, like, I didn't even know that they delivered to this location since we live so far from Albertson. And she's like, yeah. Like, she was being really friendly. And I'm not a fucking mean person. Like, I am very respectful, and I treat you like you treat me. That's just how I was raised. To treat people like you want to be treated. If people give you attitude, then give them attitude. Like, that's just how I am. So whatever, we unload all this stuff, and then I said, thank you, whatever. And she said, bye, and she leaves. And then I go inside, and Titi's like, Mom, it was her. And I'm like, really? She's like, yeah, it was her mom. I was like, what the fuck? What are the chances of that? Because according to her daughter, her mom was going to kick me in the stomach because I was pregnant at the time. Yeah, very awkward. But, you know, kids will say things too to piss off other people, you know. So honestly, I don't think her mom said that. But that's what the little girl was saying her mom was going to do to me. But then when I pulled up to her mom's house, and I didn't even pull up to her mom's house, like, because they live up the street, like a few neighborhoods down. Like, I didn't pull up to her house to go fight or anything. Like, I legit pulled up to try to squash the beef between my daughter and her daughter because they were best friends, right? That was, like, my intentions was for them to stop fighting with each other and make up. And this little girl went and told everybody at school that I pulled up like a crazy mad woman to beat up her mom. Bro, I was literally pregnant. Big old belly. Like, what the heck? No. But anyways, that was my day. I just thought it was weird because think about it, you guys. Like, there is so many different people that work for, like, delivering stuff. Whether it's Uber Eats, DoorDash, there's just a bunch of different people. What are the chances that it was her, bro? Like, be for real. And since I didn't really, and even if it was her, I wasn't going to be rude either. Like, I don't have a problem with her. Her daughter's a different story. Like, due to that whole incident, my daughter has a fucking don't mess with her reputation and keep her away from Stanley Cups. That's what we deal with now due to that whole situation. Literally, these kids were all telling Serenity. They were asking her something, and then one of the boys was like, you don't want to mess with her. And I'm like, when kids get bullied, they can only take so much, you know? And the schools don't even care, bro. All they care about, the high school that my two older kids go to, sadly, the only thing they give a fuck about, and I'm being 100% honest, the only thing they care about is their football team. That's all they care about, because if you guys don't believe me, look it up. My kids' high school football team is the best football team in all New Mexico. Look them up. I'm not even lying. So the school don't give a shit about anything else but the football team. My son was even telling me that the AC isn't currently working at the school right now. But if you go to the locker rooms for the football players, they got ACs everywhere. Lisa, you know what's crazy is that Serenity's teacher gave her a nickname. What is it? Bang Bang, the Stanley Gang. What the fuck? Bro. And it's not even funny because recently I've been seeing a lot of incidents on TikTok involving Stanley Cups. I seen one where this little girl made a hit list of all the kids that she was gonna, you know, go in and hurt purposely, like hurt them. And I guess she went to school with the Stanley Cup, and she literally beat up another girl so bad with the cup that the little girls busted her head open from hitting her with the Stanley Cup. And Titi's situation was a little different. I mean, she didn't purposely do that to the girl. It was like, it really wasn't, you guys. She didn't. That wasn't her intentions, but she literally hit her and then dropped it and then kept hitting her with her fist. So it wasn't like that. But the thing is that my daughter had already tried 3 times, told her to leave her alone, asked her to leave her alone, and the little girl kept laughing, threatening her, saying that she was gonna, you know, handle my daughter instead of just leaving her alone. So my daughter could only take so much. No, I need that one. I'm trying to see if the little eyeballs move, but it don't look like it. Okay, so I'm gonna leave it like this because there's really not much to do. Yeah, they do. They drive you to the breaking point, and then it just looked really, really bad because when we went to the hearing, because, you know, she got thrown out of school for that shit. And the craziest thing, you guys, is that they threw her out of the school. And this is Serenity's, like, first official fight at school. Like, she's a good kid, you guys. She gets straight A's. I mean, she is a really, really good kid. And sadly, due to the cheer team, the coaches throw her out of the cheer team without even a valid reason. They claimed that she got thrown out because she had 4 write-ups, but she didn't even have 4 write-ups. It was a bunch of bullshit. I think they just didn't want her on the team, which I don't even know why. But due to that, that's where she got in trouble after that. Because if she would have stayed on the cheer team, she knows she can't get in fights or get in trouble, and she would have never went down that route. Okay, let me show you guys really fast. So this is my homegirl liners. Let me show you a better one. So I'm gonna make them available, I promise you guys, this Friday. And that with my crooked pinky, I pinky promise you guys that these are going to be available this Friday. So if you guys want one, they're going to be available on my Homegirl Movement website, or you could go on Homegirl Movement on TikTok, Homegirl Movement on Instagram, Homegirl Movement on Facebook, and it has the little shop link on there. There is going to be bundles where you could actually get the brushes, the detail brushes, and the palette, or you could buy them individually. So whenever you get the brushes, these are like the little detail brushes. They look like this. The 2 blue ones. There's 2 blue ones and 2 pink ones. The blue ones are 7mm. That's how long the brush is. Like the actual little brush, the bristles. And then the pink ones are a little smaller, which are 5mm. So you get 2 of each. If you do makeup looks for Halloween, then you know how much you use small detail brushes, and only having one sucks because you have to constantly be cleaning it. And if you're doing a white makeup look where you have to draw on it with different colors, it is so time consuming cleaning your brush from white to black, from black to white, because black is so hard to get out. And if you don't clean it really, really good and you get another color and you dip it and then you try to put it on your white paint, you're still going to see the black. So that's why I decided to go with 4 brushes, 2 of them the same size. So you get 4 brushes, 2 sizes. And then, of course, it's not going to look like this. This one's mine. It's used. I use it all the time. But you're going to get all these colors. You get 2 black ones and then 2 white ones. And then the rest are a bunch of different colors. And you could activate them by simply adding water or setting spray. I like to use setting spray because it's not as runny. It's a homegirl movement, like, you know, like the homegirls. Homegirl movement. This Friday, I promise you guys. So all I'm gonna do is I'm gonna dip my detailed brush onto in the black, and you just need to spray a little bit. You don't need a lot of it. And I'm gonna go ahead and I'm gonna start filling in the nose. Hold on. Before I did this, I didn't use the paint to do the outline. That's why it's like really faded. I actually used the brush and I dipped it in black eyeshadow and then I went around it. I wish I could afford to order, girl, but times are hard right now. I would support if I could. You're okay, girl. Don't worry about it. You're okay. I was supposed to drop these last year for Halloween, but I was so sick, pregnant, I couldn't. There was just no way I could do it. But it's super black. Look at the black. It does. So since I have all these lights, I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 lights on right now. It makes it look a little faded, but it's super dark. And the detail brushes are so amazing, man. Honestly, the main reason why I wanted to come out with these is because I use these so much around Halloween. And then the detail brushes, I literally used to go and buy some at Michael's, and they're, depending on what style you get, they're a little pricey. So I decided to come out with my own. And they work so good. And I specifically chose these sizes because you don't really need the big ones. And you could use these for arts and crafts as well, including the paints. I don't know if you guys remember for Christmas, or actually for Valentine's Day, I came up with those wood hearts. Do you guys remember? With those wood hearts, and then I needed black and I didn't have any, and I used my paint, these, and it worked really good. And the brushes can also be used for nail art. Nail art as well. See how black it is? Let me try to fade out. Oh, I don't have that light. Oh, I don't have that light on. And then to make the, just like a little advice, to make the black eyeshadow liner that I used to do the outline of everything, to make it stick to my face, because obviously if you just try to draw it on your face, like on your hand like this with black eyeshadow, it's not really gonna stick as good. So what I did, I put moisturizing cream on my face, and that's all I did, just that. And then I put my foundation all over my face, and then I put setting spray, and then I did the outline with the eyeshadow and stuff. I did the outline like that just so I could kind of guide myself where the eyeballs are going to go, because my whole face is going to be full of eyeballs. but it's just easier to outline everything. And I could have colored everything and then put the eyeballs, but I wanted to. I just wanted to kind of fill in the eyes first. The nice thing about these, you guys, is that they don't crack. And that was my #1 thing that I wanted. Good water activating liners, because there's so many different ones that people sell them everywhere. But what I like about these ones is that they don't crack. And they're super pigmented. So even if you wanted to use these as a wing liner, you can. And they're not going to be expensive either. I really don't remember the price, you guys. I have everything already on my website. I just have to make it active. But I know that Amazon sells like a palette like this with less colors, and it has big, like they're like this big. I don't know where it's at, but I'll show it to you guys when I find it. It doesn't have all those colors, but the plates for each one, they are bigger. They're like the 50-cent piece coin. They're that big, but you don't get as many colors like you get on this palette. And for that palette on Amazon, I'm not lying. If you don't believe me, go look it up. It's over $100 for that one. And for the brushes and the palette, you're not even gonna pay $50. I don't even think you're gonna pay $40. They're gonna be very reasonable pricing. Like, it's not gonna be expensive. And if you don't want to buy the bundle, you'll be able to get it individually too. So I think I'm not gonna have no more babies. I really was thinking about one more, you guys, but I really don't think so. So I have an appointment with my plastic surgeon. So let's see what happens with that. Let's see what happens with that. I keep forgetting that I gotta do this. Yeah, he only wakes up once at night, but he's been doing that since he was born. He's such a good sleeper. Like, he's a really good sleeper. He only wakes up once, and sometimes he won't even, like, because he stays up all day, he fights his sleep. And if he fights his sleep all day, he'll go to sleep all night. Especially when I give him a bath at night. Because sometimes, like, we'll shower it when we get back from taking Jaden to school. I give him a bath while I take a shower. Like, I put his tub in there with me. And then he'll take a nap. But if I don't give him a bath in the morning and I wait till nighttime, he'll crash out even more. Like, he loves it. So sometimes I'd rather make him stay up all day, and then at night, yeah, like, hubby takes him to the bedroom with him and he'll crash out for the rest of the night. And he only wakes up once if he didn't nap in the daytime. Yeah, he's a very good baby. Did you guys see that they found Emmanuel's, his baby head? That's so sad. That's so messed up, man. And then 2 days ago, well, actually, I think the 16th or a little bit after the 16th was Victoria Martin's birthday and the day she lost her life as well. But in 2016, that was like one of the biggest cases here in New Mexico. Well, in Albuquerque. Because then there's baby Brianna, and that happened in Las Cruces. But yeah, that's sad. Hi, Janie. Hey, girl. See how pigmented this black is? And I'm not even lying, girl. There's a lot of people like, okay, so whenever people post pictures of their makeup looks, a lot of people, especially when it comes to dark colors like black, they go and they add different filters, like color filters, to their pictures to make the black look even darker. But look at how good this black is. You can't even tell me this is not a good black. And I have other water activating liners that was sent to me through PR. Crap, I'm dropping eyeballs. That was sent to me through PR. And honestly, I'm not just saying because they're mine. But the black on this one is freaking awesome. It's like charcoal black. Like freaking Tarla. And I'm not like overlapping it. Literally just filling it in. Thank you, Janie, for sharing. My grandson wakes up a few times during the... Oh, really? Wow. Yeah, well, my other kids did too, but Zeke doesn't at all. Like I said, he's really good. And then there's times too, like if he does wake up in the middle of the night, it's like more of like a habit thing because he's really not... If you give him the binky, he'll go back to sleep. But it's sometimes it's a good thing that he sleeps all night because, you know, it's easier for me. But sometimes it's hard in the daytime because I can't get shit done. Because he's wide awake all day. And if he falls asleep in the daytime, it's like a 10-15 minute nap and then he's up. But he does so good with Michael, like he falls asleep with him. And I'm like, yeah, he's all calm and sleepy with you. And with me, he wants me to hold him and hold him and hold him. Which I don't mind it because he's getting big so fast. He's going to be 5 months already. I'm going to put it on my waterline, but I'm going to use a pencil for that. So I'm not going to bother. Hi, Pamela. How many of you guys live in Nevada? In Vegas, Nevada. Sorry, guys, that I'm not really talking. I'm trying to finish. It's 11. See how the comments don't work over here, but I could see them over here. I can't even imagine what they did to that poor little baby boy, right? That's so sad. Oh, that's so sad. Like, as a parent, I don't know, like, how you have to not be human to be able to be so horrible to a baby. An innocent baby that is, like, they can't even defend themselves. I just hope he didn't suffer, you know, through all of that, whatever they did to him. That's so sad. And then I look at my baby and I'm like, oh my God, like I could never, man. Like, even when I'm in the, why do you guys think I put the baby in the shower with me now? Like, I literally put him in there with me and I put his tub in there because there's times that in the past that I'll be taking a shower and he wakes up and he cries and he cries and my heart is like squeezing and squeezing and squeezing. Every time he cries, my heart gets squeezed a little more and a little more and a little more. Like, I feel horrible. Like if I'm purposely not wanting to get him, but I'm in the shower, like, I will literally get out. I don't care if I'm not even done. I will literally get out all butt naked and go and give him his binky or see what I can do to, like, entertain him so I could finish showering. But now I'm like, I'm not going to do that to myself. So I put him in there with me. Yes, this is my my water activating liners from my palette. They'll be available on Friday. And you could actually use these as a liner. Like, if you want to use it for liner, like an eyeliner, you could use it for that too. I love how pigmented it is. I'm telling you guys, this black, the colors are super amazing and they don't crack. I've had some that you have to layer it a few times to make it super black and then it cracks. This one don't do that. And the good thing is that with this one, you don't even have to layer it. Hi, Juanita. Ramon, hi. So that's why now I put him in the, like, I put his tub, his baby bath, I fill it up with water. And I put it in there with me. And there's enough space for me to shower and to have the tub in there. Hi, Luna. So now he doesn't cry. But at the beginning, when I first, like, I literally had forgotten how it is to take a shower when you have a newborn baby. And he would freak out. And that's one thing about Zeke is. That boy got some lungs on him. So I feel horrible. Definitely going to get some. How exciting. What time Friday my kids are. My world, I would die and mentally not be okay. Yes, exactly. Like, that's what I'm saying. You have to not be human. And you know what bugs me the most is, like, when I seen the whole backstory on what happened to his first daughter 2 years ago, bro, in the state, like, why do you even have kids? Why continue having kids, bro, if you clearly don't want them? Be for real. He clearly don't want kids. Look what happened to his baby girl. Literally, baby girl only has 3% of her brain actually works. I've seen the whole backstory on Instagram. And then their other son from his first wife, which is the same mother of the little girl, that little boy was born, what is it called? Like when they drink? Alcoholism? the mom used to drink while she was pregnant with him. Luckily, this other one, I think the 2-year-old, he took him from the state, took him, now that all this happened. And the dude's cousin's the one that has the babies, the little girl and the son. Thank you, Luna. Cassandra, yes. How sad is that? This is about Emiliano. Emmanuel. I don't know why I said Emiliano. Baby boy that was missing, and it came out on the news today that they located the baby boy's head, bro. It's just, that's one thing that bugs me, dude. Like, if you don't want kids, why are you having them? And it's not just men that do that shit. It's also women. Like, I cannot stand a bitch that rather chase dick than to be with their kids. Why even have kids? And it's so hilarious because, like, a lot of the women that act like that, the minute that they get the dick they were chasing, all of a sudden they want to have kids. What? I have no respect for women like that. I'm sorry, but I don't. Being a parent is 24/7. It's not only when it's convenient to you, just like some fucking sperm donors that want to act like they're dad of the year and they only come around when it's convenient. Same thing. If you didn't take care of your first kid, why did you have a second, a third, and a fourth if you couldn't even take care of any of them? Why? You're a fucking piece of shit. Bringing kids into the world and then don't even care about them. Man, I love my kids. Like, I feel like the day that all my children grow up and move out, God willing, you know, I'm still around, and I think my house will be full of grandbabies. Like, I'm gonna want them all the time. You know how some people are like, oh, I can't wait for my kids to grow up and, you know, go and do their own thing, and then I'll finally be kid-free and do whatever I want with my life. No, I don't want that. Once my children are gone, I'm going to be the best nana out there is. Like, I will always watch my grandbabies. Oh, you want to go to Vegas? When? Bring them tonight. You're leaving next week? Bring them today. I'll keep them since now. That would be me. Even when, like, whenever me and Michael went to Vegas to get married, and we didn't have any of the kids with us, oh, I was so lonely, bro, and I was so sad, and it was just like a get married out there, and then later on we're gonna have a big wedding. And we got married on our anniversary too, so. But I missed my baby so much, and my daughter, you know, she's gonna be my maid of honor. I only have one daughter. But I love being a mom. I feel like sometimes when it's too quiet, I can't wait to go home. Even now, I can honestly say my son graduates. He's a senior this year, so basically he graduates next year, right? 2026. And I feel like the day that he tells me that he's gonna move out, I'm gonna cry. Like, I am gonna be so hurt that I literally, and I don't know if it's my hormones that are still like all over the place or what, but I seriously, just thinking about my oldest son moving out, I literally can cry right now. Like, that's how I feel. Like, if I could keep my kids to live here for the rest of their lives. Oh my God, I would be so happy. I wish in all reality that I could buy a big piece of land with like a few fucking acres and all my kids build their houses and it could be our own little community. Oh, Luna, that's amazing. I think being a grandma is always funner than being like, it's fun being a mom, but I think it's more special with your, like, not more special with your grandbabies, but I kind of picture you're more like, they get their way with grandma. Does that make sense? Is that true? Am I wrong? I mean, I'm not a grandma, but that's what I picture. Like, you're a little more stricter with your kids, but when you're a grandma, you're like, for example, now when you take your kids to the store and you're like, well, you got a toy last week or you got a toy the day before yesterday. So no, you're not getting a toy today, but maybe in a few days or maybe this weekend you could get a toy. I picture me as a grandma. Which one do you want? Are you sure you only want one or you want two? You got one yesterday. Who cares? Let's go get one again. That's what I picture as a grandma. Am I wrong? Or is that what it is? Because that's what I picture. I'm trying to see if I missed any spots. I've been emotional now to see my kids for weeks only. I've been emotional now to see my kids for weeks only. Aww. I hope that doesn't happen to me. I already told all my kids that when they all grow up, I don't give a shit if you're married, not married, you're living the other side of the world. Every Sunday, mandatory dinner at my house, no matter what. Now, if my kids move to a different state, you know, and they're not close to me, yeah, you can't be there, but you can FaceTime me and be there for dinner. I will have your tablet at your chair with your face on it. But every Sunday, mandatory dinner time. And that's what I try to do now. Like, we eat out Fridays and Saturdays. And then Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, mandatory dinner time. But Sundays are like more special Sunday dinner. Then if I don't have any grandbabies, I'm going to have a lot of puppies. It's a different love. I have 11 grandchildren and 6 great grandchildren and only 3 children. Oh, that's amazing though. You have a big family. That's why I wouldn't mind having one more baby, you guys. I really wouldn't. Like, I want a big family and you only live once. The way I say, if I can afford them, then I'm going to have them. Why not? I'm a stay-at-home mom. I feel like I have like, how do I say it? Since I'm a stay-at-home mom, I have the privilege to be able to have kids and be with my kids and take care of them. Because I work from home. So I am lucky that I get to do that. Now, if I had a 9 to 5 job, you know, where I had to leave, then yeah. It would be a little different. You're gonna be a gangster, grandma? No. I'm not even a gangster, girl. I'm just me. Never been a gangster, ever. Ever. Much less ever even talked like a gangster. I've never done anything like that, ever. I dated guys that were... Oh, my phone's gonna die, you guys. Or I guess you can say they weren't gangsters, they were wanksters. Bum ass wanksters. I'm more of like a, I don't know, like a tomboy, I guess. But I could be girly too. But I never been the girl to be like, serio. Fuck, and I'll slap myself silly if I ever talk like that. Heck no. That's not me. But I love lowriders and everything to do with lowriders, you know. But I've never been the type to be... Like, don't get me wrong. Like, in my younger days, when I used to go to parties and stuff, you know, like, they put on some music and you're, like, you know, throwing up your dubs and shit. Yeah. I was one of them. But besides that, no. You know, that's just not me. If I was a gangster girl, I would have a nickname. I don't even have a nickname. My husband is not a gangster. He's a pretty boy. He's a hustler. He did a little bit of, I don't know. Is selling bad candy considered a gangster? He never dressed like a gangster, that's for sure. You'll never catch my man wearing Cortezes. And I love Cortezes. Like, love them. I think they're so cute. Now, if you're wearing, like, busted-ass Cortezes that are all cracking and shit, no, I don't mean that kind of cute. That ain't cute. I guess, in all reality, I feel like Michael was the only one that I ever dated that was like pretty boy status. Like, my oldest son, he was a West Sider. He was a wankster. I liked bad boys. And my husband was a bad boy, but he wasn't a gangster. He's a hustler. A wankster. Now, my daughter's dad, if you know who he is, girl. I guess you could call him a wingster, gangster. He got a nickname. If you know lazy, then you know who the fuck that is. No más, it's lazy, pero más bien lousy. Sperm donor number 2. I better stop. Stop it, girl. Act right. You guys are gonna get... And I met my man at the club. I met hubby at the club. There's a really good, interesting story there. You're still young and cute. Oh, do I look young? Thank you. Okay, so this looks a little crazy, but this side it's because I have the blonde. But you gotta keep in mind that when I put my hair down, it's gonna hide it, see? So you won't be able to see that, at least. He ain't a gangster, he's a wankster. Hubby said that he was attracted to me because of I'm like hood, but I'm not like, I guess so, pero chola no. I like like I was never out there fucking gang banging, never, much less Sergio Holmes. Isabel, happy birthday, girl. My brother's birthday is August 20th. He turns 35. I'll trade you. I'll trade you. But yeah, when I used to go party and stuff and they throw on some Tupac and you start throwing up the dubs because you're feeling yourself. That was me. My homie Los would always say that too. He was like, every time you tell Chris to put on some music, she always gotta throw on that West Side shit because my homie he's La Raza, so. But that was my friend since middle school, and I just like Tupac. I mean, it doesn't mean that I thought I was a West Sider. I love Tupac. But he would always say that. Now get me a little bit drunker, and then I'm going to throw on some corridos. See, that's just me. I'm getting tired. Okay, I'm going to continue putting on more eyeballs. No. I need to find... my eye pencil. I love Tupac. I love SPM too, and I don't give a shit what anybody says. Everybody's like, oh, he's this and he's that. I get that. It doesn't mean I like him. It doesn't mean I know him and I like him personally. I like the music. I grew up on the music. That's it. Doesn't mean I'm cool with the guy for what he did or what he's known for. No, I like the music, man. That's it. Like every time I see people bashing other people because they listen to SPM and I don't give my input. I look and see at all the shit that's going on back and forth. The shit talking about SPM. But I don't get involved. I just see the bullshit and that's it. Like I said, I don't respect his story and what happened in his situation. I don't respect it at all. But I like the music, man. I like his music. And I mean, I guess that makes me a bad person. I don't know. But I know there's a lot of people that still love SPM regardless. I'm putting this NYX waterliner on my waterline so it looks black. I don't want to get it in my eyeball because I got my contacts finally. Hi, Georgia. Like I always see Lady Pinks, she's always putting stuff about like SPM and Beza and all the, she's exposing them and stuff, like, and I get where she's coming from and all that, but I just like, I stay quiet because she's my friend on here. But I just mind my business. Crap, I got it in my eyeball. Ugh. Okay, let's continue. So Friday, you guys, this Friday, my water activating liners, my homegirl liners are going to be available, sold individually, or you could get the bundle with the detail brushes as well. If you're planning on doing Halloween looks or doing it on yourself, you need to get it. So they'll look, you could get individually or buy the bundle, which is the liners and the palette, like this. This Friday, I promise, I think you promised this Friday. I'm also going to be doing a giveaway too, you guys, on the palette the day it launches. Uh-oh, where's my glue? Oh, I didn't want to put any here, but I have to. Me voy a arrancar todas my brows. Yay, so excited. I've been saving for this. I know, I'm so sorry. I feel so horrible, and that's why, like, I feel like such a shitty person because a lot of you guys have been waiting for me to drop these since last year, you guys. Since last year for Halloween, I was supposed to drop them, and I had already told everybody about it since then. But I was sicker than a dog for 3 months straight for my first 3 months of my pregnancy. I couldn't do it. And I wasn't going to go and be one of those people that takes everybody's orders, like take your money and then make you wait for months and months and months to get your stuff. I know I look like an idiot talking to you guys with my face like this. If you're talking shit behind my back, girl, I got a trillion eyes on you. I see you. Not just these 2 eyes, but I see you here, 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 here. I see you everywhere. But that's why I didn't want to do the whole launching the palette and the brushes, because I didn't want to be, you know, you guys waiting for your stuff. And then later on, I'd be all over all the exposed pages that I'm a scammer. No, thank you. That's why I'd rather just not do it, you know? A million eyeballs everywhere. I see you, boo. Yeah, you in the back in the corner, ducking and shit. I see you. If you guys want to do this look for Halloween, you guys, it's not really that hard, I promise you. At all. And I got these eyeballs for $1.50 each, the package, and it comes with 160 different sizes. The only ones I'm not using are these super big ones but I'm using all the little ones, and then I'm adding a few of the medium size ones. But if you guys want to do this look, it's gonna look so, it kind of reminds me of Jack the Skeleton. I want to get Zeke's reaction. Maybe he'll wake up. He's gonna be like, es gonna be like, ¿quién es esta pinche vieja loca? My poor baby. But I got mine, like I said, at... Shit, I don't know if it's Dollar General, Dollar Tree, the yellow one. Does anybody know? I always forget. Hi, Georgia. My hubby and I are on the Lowrider magazine with a 1947 fleet line. Girl, that's awesome. That is so awesome. Hubby showed his car for the first time when he first finished it. Well, his car's not even 100% done, but when it was like somewhat done, and we put it in the Super Show for the first time, and he got first place in his category. Which is so funny because when we went, we didn't even think he was gonna win anything, for the simple fact that his car is really not done. So we just went because we had to get the car out of the, it was inside, so we went basically to pull it out because it was already, the car show was over. So we had to wait for them to give trophies out. And that year, we weren't part of a car club or anything. Like, we just showed on our own. And then they're like, called his number to his car and his name. And I was like, oh, shit. And the funny thing, you guys, is like right before that, they said his name and I recorded it because I thought it was him and it was another Michael. And I was like, oh, fuck, we're not going to get nothing. And then right after that, they called his number and I was like, fuck, I didn't record it. Because the one I did record wasn't his name. He's probably gonna be like, that's not my mommy. That I know he's gonna freak out. Dollar General, yes, thank you. That's where you guys could get these, Dollar General. Yes, I talk nothing but Spanish to the baby, and then he loves to watch Alvin and the Chipmunks, but now I've been putting like learning shows. There's this lady that I watch on YouTube that I put on for him, and she does Spanish and English. And she teaches, it's like videos for toddlers. But I love that lady because she does Spanish and English and she does sign language. You know what me and Michael and Serenity were wondering? Does anybody know? So the lady that we watch, she does Spanish and English, but she does sign language as well. Do you guys know if sign language is only one language? because she was doing it while she was, you know, explaining to the babies and the kids, like whatever she was talking about. So I was like, is that in Spanish? Like, is the sign language that she's using, is it Spanish or English, or is it just one language? I'm not sure. I've never known that. Like, I was just, even Michael was wondering. Like, I don't know. Does anybody know? But I would love, that's one thing I want to teach Zeke is some sign language, because I know that that's like a lot of times a lot of kids use sign language to communicate with their parents when they first don't know how to talk. No, it's not Rachel. It's a Spanish lady. Not Miss Rachel. I think I've officially run out of glue. Bro, do these have... No, huh? I'm over here like, do these have a sticky underneath it? And I'm over here putting glue. So I have to do the lines that go right here too in the lips, but I always do that last because sometimes I get very thirsty, so I just wait till I'm almost done and I do that last. My grandson had to learn sign language because he didn't talk till he was 4. Yeah, see, that's why I said that. So is whenever you teach somebody sign language, is it in English or Spanish, or is it just one language? But yeah, Jaden took a long time to talk. He still currently does speech therapy. Unfortunately, last year they kind of screwed him. The teacher he had, it was a freaking mess, and now he has to catch up basically a whole year because they changed teachers, and then the teacher that he got, she ended up leaving because she had just had a baby, and they had a substitute for like majority of the freaking school year, and it was a mess. Okay, you guys, I think I'm gonna hop off now. And then you guys can tune in tomorrow and see the final look. Bro! Are you kidding me? No mames. They do have a sticky. That one just came off. Oh my God. Okay, yeah, I want to know if sign language is only one language. Dude, this whole time. Hey, but imagine how long it would take for me to sit here and unstick them. So I was really mind blown to see that Yeti Ma was making out with Huelito. No mames. Isn't she like way older than him? Mind blown. Look at that. But it would have took forever. Look at how long it takes to take it off. Does anybody want to come and hang out with me and do Halloween looks with me? Let's hang out. You could come and hang out with me at my house, and I can cook for you. We can have snacks. We can do girl talk. I vent, you vent. As long as you don't end up trying to screw my husband, then we can be friends. Sadly, I miss my old best friend, but she didn't know how to respect a friendship. Yeah, I could never forgive her or bring her around my husband, ever. Well, now that I'm running out of glue, I'm just gonna take these off. How does it look so far? Oh, spooky dookie dookie dookie. Just wait. How does it look? Am I scary? Oh my God, my tripas. Did you guys hear? I promise you I didn't fart. I'm hungry. Am I spooky? Am I spooky dookie? Let's see if I can do this. I had to speed it up. Like, I'm joking. You know how Facebook doesn't let you play music? I had to speed it up 100%. Bro, what the hell? Let me go on TikTok and put the music on. I still gotta put on lashes and do my hair and... Rosalind, sometimes you have to turn off your notifications and restart them on. Like, redo them. When you're a toxica and you're going to jarapeo with your man for Halloween, And they're gonna, there's gonna be a bunch of girls wearing like some skimpy ass costumes, and you go like this. I got my eye on you, motherfucker. I got my eye on you. Don't you dare try looking at no girls, because I got a million eyes on you. I'm gonna see if he wakes up. I'll record Zeke's reaction. Baby Easy is gonna freak out. He'll freak out. And the thing is like whenever baby boy wakes up, he's very sensitive. Just think about that, bro. Whenever you're going to a Halloween party, the girls are always all basically naked. And you're very toxica, and you're like, oh, you want to go to the club tonight for Halloween? Let's go. And then you pop out with your costume like this, and you're like, I better not see you looking at no bitches, motherfucker, because I got my eyes on you. I got my eyes on you. That's hilarious. I wanted to do this look so bad because it's so different. I gotta open this bag. This is my last bag. I better have enough little eyeballs. Isabel for sure. He's gonna be like, bitch, you tweaking the fuck. You want to go to the club? That's fine. We're gonna go to the club, but just know I got my eyes on you. You bitches looking at my man because I see you. When your kids piss you off and they're like, I didn't do it. I didn't spill that drink in the living room. Boy, I seen you. I saw what you did. What you mean you didn't do it? I saw you. How funny, bro. Like, and I actually found this Halloween look on Instagram. Somebody shared a picture of it, and I was like, oh shit, that looks super easy to do, and it's dope. It looks so dope. It literally reminded me of Jack the Skeleton. Like when it's completely done, you guys will see. My dumbass was over here. Yeah, I'm kind of glad that I did glue it on, because look at how long it takes just to take this shit off. Be here till 99 days just playing. I'm going behind. We'll be here till 2063. Dun 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 dun. How funny did that sound? A lot of eyes on you. Like, I had to speed it up. Listen. I better stop, because you know how Facebook's a fucking baby cry. They're like, copyright, copyright. Oh, by the way, I want to just say shout out to baby girl that messaged me to show me. This mother trucker literally stole my picture, Like, I get it, you know, people take screenshots of other people's stuff that they post or on Instagram. That makes sense, right? Like, not Instagram, Pinterest. Like, when you see something, it's cute, you share it, whatever. But when you go and you share somebody's picture that's literally their personal picture of their home and then you claim it's yours, it's fucking weird. So this man that legit has almost 500,000 followers stole my picture of the picture that I posted that I found my money that I accidentally threw away. He went and he posted it and said that, he said, you know, I scooped up them $46 real quick. You don't even know how bad I wanted to comment and be like, oh, really? You did? When did you come to my house to scoop them $46? I don't recall you coming to my house. And I mean, it makes sense why he did it, because I was going through his news, like his page, and all his posts, like barely, like literally, I'm not even lying, like it barely gets any views and stuff. And then the one that he shared of mine had like 400 likes or something, and I was like, what the fuck, bro? So shout out to baby girl that caught that shit. You know, damn well I did a copyright claim. And it sucks because, like, she is right. She's like, you need to put a watermark on your stuff. Which I should, but I guess I just don't do it because I really don't let it get to me like that. I've had guys in the past, you guys, literally multiple men have made fake relationships with me and them. What the hell? Literally, even Junior. Like, I'm not even lying, you guys. Like, even one time, this one guy messaged me and he was like, why did you block me? And I'm like, what? This is when my man was in prison. And he's like, why did you block me? And I'm like, what are you talking about? He's like, yeah, you just blocked me for no reason. And I said, I don't even know who you are. And then I said, you know what? I think somebody made a fake account of me and pretended to be me. And he's like, well, he said, to be honest with you, that guy had been talking to fake me for a long time, bro. Like, this man was in a whole relationship with the fake account of me. And that happened on my personal account before I even created this makeup page. If you guys don't follow me on my backup account, please follow me, because this account is going to get deleted, and I have a feeling it's going to get deleted by the end of the year. I don't know why, or before, but I have a feeling it is. So if you guys want to still hang out with your girl, you're going to have to follow my backup account. I found a little eye like that when I was cleaning. I got it and I put it on her. Then I told her I have my eye on you. Oh my God. You know what you should have did? I always used to tell my kids that I can see what they're doing when my back is towards them, because I would tell them that I had eyes back here, and they would believe me when they were all little. You should have did that. I'm going to tell Jaden that. Another thing, you guys, when your kids act up when they're little, like when Serenity, Nate, and Jaden Junior were little, because they're 2 years apart, all three of them. And I think Junior was like 4, Serenity was 6, and Nate was 8. So they were all little. I would always tell them, like, that when we were in the car, they would always be fighting, and I would always say, like, okay, who wants to play the quiet game? Whoever talks first loses. The winner gets a prize. Bro, they would shut up real quick and they would play the game. And then there was times that they wouldn't listen, and I would tell them, don't you guys get it? That you guys keep fighting and yelling, and all you're gonna do is give me a headache. And if my headache gets worse, my head's gonna explode. Ask them, you guys. Till this day, ask them. They literally thought that my head was gonna explode. I legit looked up on YouTube a head exploding, and then I showed it to them. And I told them, see, I'm not lying. That's what's gonna happen to me. So every time that they would fight and they were yelling at each other, I would tell them, oh my God, I'm starting to get a headache. You guys need to stop. And they would stop fighting. Is that mean? Sometimes you gotta do shit to make them snap. Thank you, baby girl. I'm gonna pin this, okay? This is my backup account, you guys. See how long it's taking now that I'm doing individual? Like I'm getting the sticky off. It was faster just gluing it on. Okay, I'm gonna go, you guys. If you guys want to go watch that show that I was sharing at the beginning of my live, of that poor officer that lost his life, I'm gonna look it up right now and give it to you guys. And then I gotta draw the lines on my mouth and shadow it and all that. But I'm telling you guys, go look up a video on YouTube of a head exploding, like on a movie or something. And then tell them, like, if you guys keep fighting, I'm gonna get a headache and my head could even explode. And they're gonna be like, yeah, right, you're lying. And then be like, okay, you don't believe me, look at this video. This happened to this person. And like, have your video ready. And if it's a girl, be like, yeah, look, it happened to this girl. The news showed it. You guys want to see? And they're going to be like, yeah. And then show them. And they'll be all traumatized. And anytime they act up, you tell them. Oh my God, I feel it. I feel it already. My head is starting to get fat. It's going to explode. They'll believe it. I swear on everything. Till this day, my kids can tell you they believed me. And you know what's another funny one? When you count them down, like, if I get to 5, you're going to be in a lot of trouble. And I would always tell my kids, 1, 2, never got past 3. One fell, huh? I would never get past 3. So they never even knew what was ever going to happen because I never got to 5. If I ever got to 5, I wouldn't even known what to do because I never got to 5. But they were scared for me to get to 5. I'm such a bitch. Gosh. Or one time I even told him, you know, I have the receipt and I can take you back to Walmart and get new kids. And they believed me too. I literally went inside of the Walmart store and I told one of the workers, I said, I have my receipt to return my kids. Where can I go? And they kept it going. Like, I put this on everything. The lady kept it going. And she's like, yeah, you can go to the customer service. Ah, shit. You know what? I can't show you guys because this is logged into my other YouTube channel on my new one. Because I got a new phone. If you guys want to know the name of the show, message me and I can send you the link. Because it's on this phone, so I can't look. I'll have to log out and log in over here to my other YouTube login. I gotta pick up all the ones that I dropped too. Sometimes kids, you could tell them something so simple and they'll believe it. My daughter told her kids she would drop them off at the police station. Oh my God. But the quiet game always works. Whoever talks first loses and the winner gets a prize. They'll shut up real quick. Because everybody wants a prize. Okay, you guys. I will see you guys mañana. Come back if you want to see what my look looks like when I'm done tomorrow. Because I'm going to go get me something to drink. And come and finish this bad boy up. Thank you guys for hanging out with me. They used to tell us the Indians were gonna come in school. Oh my God. Girl. I mean, I grew up to La Llorona. La Llorona's gonna come and get you. Y te va a jalar de las patas. That's what I grew up to. I wanted to tell you about it's on sale for $12 and so. Thank you, Juanita. I'm gonna go look. Thank you. Because I use it. Even if I don't need it, I'll stock up, girl. Thank you. I mean, if you guys want to go and look up on YouTube, or maybe let me see if I can look it up. It was Officer Hernandez. That was my last name, you guys. I'm not Hernandez no more. I'm Lobato. Oh, there it is.
Patrol Officer Jonah Hernandez of the Las Cruces Police Department, New Mexico, tragically lost his life in the line of duty on February 11th, 2024. Officer Hernandez was responding to a trespassing call on South Valley Drive in Las Cruces when he was fatally stabbed. A courageous witness intervened, shooting the suspect and calling for help using Officer Hernandez's radio.
Okay. That's not it. That's just a short video, but that's the officer that it happened to. I want to find the actual video that I saw because the video shows everything. Dude, look at this.
Silva was confronted by the property owner the day before and asked or told to leave. There are no trespassing signs posted on that property.
That's the guy that's trespassing, and then there's the cop. Never mind. I'm not going to show that. Sorry. I'm not going to show that. Because it'll flag my thing because it's like it shows the... It's fucking sad, man. But I want to watch the whole show. Show you guys the whole show that I watched because... Look at this. It's him and his family.
Good evening, everyone. I'm Skylar Soto. Thank you for watching KTSM 9 News at 10. Footage released today by the Las Cruces Police Department described by the police chief as horrendous and extremely difficult to watch, showing the fatal stabbing of Officer Jonah Hernandez. Our KTSM 9 News reporter Tirza Ortiz reports with the details.
With LCPD was attacked and killed by assailant Armando Silva.
It will track Silva as he sees the police unit at the intersection and then moves to the...
I don't know if I could find it, you guys. I know it's like on there. They have like their own page in Las Cruces where it has the whole story on there. And it shows like all angles of what happened. But I can't find it. If you want to know what it is, message me and I can send you the link because it's on my YouTube on this phone. And since this is my new phone, I made a new Gmail for this one so that way I won't have, so I could have 2 different accounts on like for my phones because they're 2 different phones. So it's logged in on that one for my YouTube on this one, it's logged in under that Gmail. But if you guys want to watch that show and you want to know which one it is, message me and I can send you the link because it's on my history on this one. But I'm going to get off so I could finish doing my toxica look. Just plain, it's not really what it is, but I just thought it would be hilarious. If you're going to a jarapeo for Halloween with your man, you know there's going to be a lot of breezies dressed up in some very skimpy outfits. Do your face like this and then tell your man, I got my eye on you. Better keep your eyes to yourself. Actually, if you have to tell your man to keep his eyes to himself when there's other females around because they're dressed out like hoochies, and you do not need to be with that man. The fuck you doing with that man if you have to tell him to keep his eyes to himself? If your man's eyes wander around, then that's not your man. That man's for the streets. And that's real talk right there. I love you, sis. I enjoy this live. It's been a while. Oh, I love you too, girlie. I love you too. Thank you for hanging out. I will see you guys tomorrow, okay, you guys? I'm going to sit here and finish putting on more eyeballs. Send me the link for the hair extensions. The hair extensions that I use is Irresistible Me. Irresistible Me. If you message, you'll have to message me to be able, so I can reply to you with the links. Like Tupac said, all eyes on me. For real. But this looks gonna look so dope when I'm done, and once I add like the mouthpiece and then the teeth and all that, it's gonna look so freaking awesome. I gotta put on my lashes too. The only thing I don't have is the blacked out contacts. That's the only thing I'm missing. Is the blacked out contacts. And it's super cheap to do, you guys. I literally bought the eyeballs at, like I said, at Family Dollar or General Dollar, something like that. One of those, the yellow one. And I paid $1.50 for the packs of eyeballs. The only thing that sucks is that it comes with a lot of them, but they're not all small sizes. And I didn't use any of the super big ones. It would look too weird if I added like the super big ones. Look. It's too big. So I only did the tiny ones and then the medium. And I only added a few medium ones, like spaced them out. And I got 3 bags, I think, 3 or 4 bags. Three or 4 bags. Okay, ahora sí ya me voy because I keep saying I'm gonna leave and I don't go. But I love you guys so much. You guys have a good night. Be safe. I hope you guys have a good day tomorrow if I don't see you guys. Keep an eye out. I'm gonna post tomorrow the final look if you guys are interested to see what it looks like. It might be like something you want to do for Halloween yourself. But I love you guys so much. You guys have a good night. Bye.